to wrap up an unfortunate in memoriam segment. It's hard to... he wasn't a movie star, but we need to talk...
Yeah, he was.
He was. But we obviously now need to talk about the passing of Prince Rogers Nelson, better known as Prince, better known as...
The purple one, Taft Cap.
Glyph. Yeah. That little weird symbol that you all picture in your minds half the time when you hear Prince's name. But yeah, Prince has passed, which... It's just, again, weird. Not half as weird as David Bowie, I'm sorry to say.
Right.
Okay, but...
I don't have the same, I don't have that, that's not possible
I don't have
kind of thing with Prince. We said at the time when Bowie passed, you just have that, but that's not possible with Bowie. With Prince, you kind of knew it was possible. You believed that he was human. Superhuman, certainly.
Certainly superhuman, but not that he was immortal, sadly. But, he did. He was also in a movie. He did actually win an Academy Award in a sadly now defunct category. It was at, Best Original Score Music Soundtrack,
right.
Is the way they put it. And so he's the Academy Award-winning, multi-Grammy winning artist. The formerly known as artist. But yeah, it is a little bit hard to believe that he's passed. He was only 57. They're still under investigation at the time of this recording as to what made him pass.
Right.
I think part of the reason that I find it not too shocking, but still a little oh wow, is that a week prior to his passing, his plane had an emergency landing because he was experiencing some sort of medical issue.
Right, and he had canceled a concert that he was going to do.
Yeah.
He did come out, he had a party, came out and said a few words and did a brief performance, which is really unusual for Prince to do brief performance, because he basically just played for hours at these parties normally. Yeah. So... obviously wasn't doing well. There was some sort of problem there, so.
But yeah, he went surprisingly quick because there was no build up, oh my gosh, he has cancer. Oh, right. He's got the flu or something. That's what it was rumored. He had some sort of flu or bronchitis or something, and it just hit him hard. Again,
pneumonia, I think I heard.
I've heard pneumonia. Somebody, it was Oprah or somebody. No, it was Aretha Franklin was theorizing the Zika virus. But again, this news is still sadly fresh. It's only a few days old at the time of this recording. Yeah, and it's one of these major impacts because he much like Bowie. I'm not trying to steal Prince's thunder here. He traversed various entertainment mediums from not just the musical scene, but he was he
did Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. He did Purple Rain.
Under the Cherry Moon, of course.
Under the Cherry Moon, and cameo appearances, appeared a few shows such as himself.
Right,
obviously.
as himself, and of course his unforgettable performance on The New Girl as Prince.
As Prince, yeah,
which was just priceless. And if you have not seen it, it is available on Netflix. It's season 1, I think, episode 8. Just scroll down. The episode title is Prince.
I was going to say, I bet it's just called Prince, isn't it?
You'll recognize it.
Recognize it. It's the one that's
Watch
called
it, even
Prince.
if you don't care a whit about New Girl. Prince in there is fabulous.
Yeah. Or if you want some kind of tribute to him with the kiddos, watch the original Goofy movie, which has sort of a proto-Prince figure, Goofy-ish thing at the end. They're trying to reach what's essentially a Prince concert without Prince. So yeah, obviously a very impactful guy to the point that he even had cartoon parodies of himself. I was thinking even of the Animaniacs cameo, the infamous Animaniacs cameo, which still to this day lands. The writers themselves said we still have no idea how that got past the censors moment. But yeah. So I don't know
which is probably not even appropriate to repeat on this podcast.
I was going to say, not even appropriate to repeat on this podcast, so transition. But he's so sad. You have to say it was instead of is. Very impactful. And
I'm going to go out on a limb here I'm going to say greatest musician of all time.
Oh, more than Bowie, Jackson, Elvis. Or are you saying musician, performer, writer? Because
Yes,
there's
yes,
all of
because
that. Because
all.
He has like a vault. So supposedly there's like somewhere around 2,000 unreleased songs that he has.
Right, it's like he's released more albums than any other performer.
Yeah.
And according to storied legend, he has at least 3 albums worth of material for every one released album.
Yeah.
So he is probably the most prolific of all time.
Yes.
He also wrote, produced, arranged, composed, performed all of his albums. No. All. He did all the instruments.
I was going to say all. He was everything on those albums. So, yeah. In case you didn't know.
He played all of the instruments and then produced the actual album. Like, actually composed and arranged the album.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, so vocals, background vocals. And vocals and background vocals. Yes. He played the guitar, the piano, the drums, all of it. Keyboards, everything.
Yeah.
Like, no, that, to me, if you can name one other person that has done that in the history of music.
That they've done all the everything.
Written all of their music. Even if you can name one person that has written and sang all of their music.
I was going to say, it's not just his own music. Because he wrote a number of songs for other people.
For other people, yes.
He just had talent oozing out everywhere.
He had too much. He had to give it away.
It's like, I have too much. Have some of mine. Yeah. And from all accounts, pretty...
Nothing compares to you. Manic Monday.
Yeah, I know. Manic Monday. That was the one that always surprised me. It's like, Manic Monday was not...
It's a Prince tune.
It's a Prince tune. It'll surprise you if you go out there and look up what actually is...
how much he did.
Not just his own stuff, but how much of his own stuff that he just said, hey, you can have this one. And handed it off. And those are usually these mega hits for the stars that use them. It's
oftentimes they're one hit.
I was going to say, or their one-hit wonder song is their Prince's throwaway to them. So you're just like,
oh, hey, yeah, I wrote this song here, you can have it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're one-hit wonder because they have the one Prince song under their belt, so to speak.
Yeah.
But also, you want to throw out a quick, he composed the entire Bat Dance album.
Yes.
But it's so goofy, and the videos for that are so campy. But by golly, it's there.
If you can find it, watch all of the videos, all of the Bat Dance videos.
All of the Bat Dance videos are just their own thing. Yes. I won't say they're good or bad. They're just their own thing.
Vicky Vale.
Yeah. There's almost kind of a rap beat thing going on there.
A little bit of scratching on the...
A little scratching and such, yeah.
Vicky Vale.
Again, not entirely sure it works all the time, but it's...
Stop the presses. Who's that?
Yeah. An interesting use of sampling, for sure.
Yeah.
But gosh, yeah.
And yeah, because he went through all of these different genres. He had the funk and the gospel, and later on he was doing almost techno beats with his stuff, doing this dance music. That was still incredible.
Yeah.
And I remember, it was, late 90s, probably. I was talking to Joe's little brother, Nick, and, I had mentioned offhand that, I was listening to Prince's new album. I know Prince. Because at the time, Prince was kind of yeah, okay, it was that guy in the 80s and 90s that made all this, music, but, he's kind of, whatever, it's Prince. Oh, hey, yeah, Prince. And he goes, no. If you're a musician, you love Prince. Prince is the best musician. You listen to his music. His music is so complex you do not even understand. And it's musicians know Prince is the best.
Yeah.
And so even listening to his more techno stuff or even Bat Dance, you listen to that, the arrangement is great. It gets a little bit of, hell for it being kind of silly, And a lot of his stuff does.
Yeah.
But even like the lyrics are so deep in many ways. And the one thing about Prince that drives me crazy constantly is that he never gets the credit he deserves for being a guitar god.
Okay, I that's a good thing to bring up, because I was, as one does when things like this happens, you look for like performance clips that are just outstanding, and there's one that somebody had uploaded like 6 years ago. And it was Prince performing at the 2007 Super Bowl, which I don't always get to watch the Super Bowl. In 2007 I think I was working at the store then, so I didn't have a chance. But it was, he was the performer, the headliner, the everything. There was I don't think there was anybody else playing but Prince. And what's great about this, and if you look right now, because it's trending right now, is that it's just the ending performance of him doing Purple Rain, and it is pouring. I didn't know that. Well, watch this, because again, I missed the Super Bowl that year, and it was pouring rain. Mm-hmm. He went out anyway and performed, and did like a complete song set, ended with Purple Rain, and had like, I don't know how else to put it, just like a very much iconic, like, this is my rock god moment of all time. Like, and he is sitting there jamming on that guitar that's got the goofy glyph symbol, but he's out there rocking on a stage as it is just a phenomenal downpour. And you're thinking like, okay, he's not out there, like, he like kicks over the mic stand as he's walking out playing this incredible power ballad, and when it thunks on the ground, I was thinking, and he's not like lip syncing or anything either, he's doing that stuff live, so that means like he's around all this hot equipment that's getting rained on, and you like see the bandmates doing like the drumming, you see splashes coming up as they're like hitting and trying to get a note out of it, and he's out there jamming. And it's like, wow, that's like that. This is like, he's already at that point, but very prolific, very well known. But like, I'll think of that as like one of his most, if not the most iconic. I am a rock guitar god right at this moment, because the effects going on, the pouring rain, the fact that he's out there and giving it his all, and getting drenched, at the same time. The NFL out there helping it to make sure it looks good, but you have Prince out there just absolutely jamming his heart out in a way for the fans. That's, I don't know how to see it, what to say it. When I saw it, I was just like saying, like, you don't see performers doing that. We got to cancel the halftime show. It's raining. I might ruin something. It's like, no, like out there, like, screw it.
He's just out there
shredding. He's out there shredding. And there's actually a clip on right now, also from the NFL, where they're talking about it, saying, apparently it said, "Can you make it rain harder?" Because he said that apparently the producers approached him and said, it's raining pretty hard. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. And his response was, "Can you make it rain harder?" So he went out there. He knew what it was going to be like, and he performed. And by golly, did he perform? It's just I watched it a couple times.
It's a really great performance. There's was it, God, I don't even remember, I don't remember the tune even that he was playing. I think it was, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I don't know why, for some reason I remember it was
While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It was him, Tom Petty, and like, I think Santana was there. It was like for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction for George Harrison.
And like, they're all playing, and he comes out and just
boom.
It destroys everybody. You're just like, oh, I didn't know Prince could do that.
Yeah.
Like, just totally destroys it all. That one, and the clip, if you can find it, of when at the James Brown concert, when James Brown invited him on stage. Because he gets up there, takes his shirt off, sings along with James Brown, steals somebody's guitar, goes around searching for a pick. Finally, somebody gives him a pick, and he destroys everybody. But if you really want to hear great guitar work, I gotta say, and I know nobody except for me owns Crystal Ball, but Crystal Ball Disc 3, he put out a 3-disc set for Crystal Ball. Disc 3 is all acoustic, and him on that acoustic guitar, just like picking his heart out, is just beautiful, beautiful music. Like, just, and so many. I mean, from the dance music to just this beautiful acoustic album that he put out. That was the third album on his 3-disc set for Crystal Ball.
Yeah.
You know? That's so, like, nobody's heard it. You know, it's just this beautiful music. And is so, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, just thanks for all the great tunes, Prince. Sad to see you go. 57 seems too young, even though some people say, oh, 57's kind of old. No. For a performer, an artist like Prince, that's too young, because you know that, like, that if he had from now to 100, that'd still be too young, because the guy's just...
Heck, he still must have had thousands of songs still living in his head that we'll never get to hear.